Imagine for a second that you're a successful lawyer in Texas. It's Super Bowl Sunday, 1993. You're at home, the TV is all set to record the big game, and your family has just stepped out to do some shopping. You've even made turkey sandwiches for later. But when your family returns, the house is completely silent. The sandwiches are still in the fridge, your wedding ring is sitting on the kitchen counter, and you are just gone. Most people would assume a kidnapping, right? Or maybe a sudden planned departure. But here is where it gets literally impossible. While your family is reporting you missing in Texas, your body is being found 1,600 miles away in Washington state. You've been dead for less than 24 hours. You have no money, no ID, and no car. And bizarrely, you are wearing military clothes you never even owned. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we are diving into a missing persons case that completely defies every known law of travel, logic, and survival.
Section 1. A glitch in reality. The 24-hour paradox.
So this chilling question is going to guide our entire narrative today. How do you travel 1,600 miles in less than 24 hours without a single trace? I mean, when you really break down the logistics of human movement, you need a vehicle, you need money, you need identification, or at the very least, a confirmed ticket. But in this case, absolutely none of those rules apply. It feels like an actual glitch in reality.
Section 2. Quiet Sunday in Amarillo, Super Bowl 27. Okay, we're going to start our chronological journey on January 31, 1993. This was supposed to be a completely mundane, regular Super Bowl Sunday for family man David Glynn Lewis. His wife, Karen, and their daughter had left a couple of days prior for a shopping trip in Dallas. David decided to stay behind to have the house to himself and catch the big game. But there's a really jarring juxtaposition here. You've got this extreme domestic normalcy, freshly made turkey sandwiches in the fridge and laundry literally mid-cycle, but right next to that, the surreal abandonment of his watch and his wedding ring sitting on the kitchen counter. When Karen and her daughter returned home that evening, right after the Super Bowl ended, they found a house that looked exactly as if David had just stepped into the next room. The TV was still on and the VCR was still recording, but David was nowhere to be found.
Section 3. Trail of a Phantom. Abandoned Clues. When David's wife officially reported him missing on February 1st, police uncovered a paper trail that honestly raised way more questions than answers. At first, Karen just thought he might be at a friend's house, but by the next morning, that turned into sheer panic. Police ended up finding his vehicle parked downtown the very same day the missing person report was filed. There were no signs of a struggle. The keys were just tucked into the floor mat, and inside, his checkbook, his driver's license, and his credit cards. Think about that for a second. If you were fleeing or trying to start a new life, why on earth would you leave your only forms of identification and currency in your parked car right by the courthouse?
Let's walk through this timeline, because the tension builds incredibly fast over an extremely tight window. On Friday, the family leaves for Dallas. Then on Saturday, a mysterious $5,000 is deposited into David's account, and nobody knows who did it or why. On Sunday, plane tickets are purchased in his name for flights from Amarillo to Dallas and from Los Angeles to Dallas. Then the Super Bowl happens, and he vanishes. Monday, he's officially reported missing. It's totally unconfirmed if he ever actually boarded any of those planes.
And actually, to add a whole new layer of paranoia here, Karen dropped a massive bombshell on the police. She explained that David was the sole lawyer refusing to depose in a high-stakes lawsuit against his own firm. Some believe the firm was pressuring David to lie about wrongdoings, and his refusal might have put a serious target on his back. He had specifically expressed to her that he felt his life was in danger.
But despite all these ominous clues and red flags, authorities ultimately dismissed the case. With no body, no confirmed sightings, and no hard evidence of foul play, the official ruling was simply that a stressed-out lawyer decided to walk away from it all and start a new life. And for 11 agonizing years, the Lewis family was left in the dark without any answers. A deeply, deeply frustrating pill to swallow.
Section 4. The Moxie Revelation, 11 years later. Well, that absolute silence lasted until 2004. A board police officer in Washington state was reviewing John Doe cold case reports and uncovered a truth that completely shattered the official narrative. He recognized David's missing person photo. And this number right here brilliantly illustrates the sheer impossibility of the situation. Moxie, Washington is exactly 1,600 miles away from Amarillo, Texas.
Just compare his state in Texas with the John Doe found in Washington. In Texas, David is a successful lawyer with zero military ties, his car is at the courthouse, and he has no ID to travel. But in Washington, a man is found wandering a highway in a complete daze in the middle of the night on February 1st. He's wearing military fatigues and combat boots he never owned, and he becomes the victim of a fatal hit and run. Less than 24 hours later, how does a man with no car, no ID, and no plane tickets for Washington end up walking down a dark highway in combat boots half a continent away? The DNA match in 2004 confirmed the ultimate paradox. It definitively linked the Texas living room with that Washington highway. Somehow, David crossed half the continent in a single day without his car, his money, or his identification. It confirmed the impossible, but provided exactly zero explanation for the space in between.
Section 5. Systemic and psychological failure. The academic perspective.
To truly elevate our understanding of this explainer, we really need to look beyond just the physical impossibility and examine the psychological context. When physical logistics completely break down, academic research often classifies cases like this as dark infotainment. This is because they force us to confront how fragile our everyday reality truly is. It captivates us because it shows exactly how quickly a perfectly normal Sunday afternoon can dissolve into the absolute unknown.
When you compare David's case to other famous vanishings tied to external environments, his journey remains entirely unique. It completely lacks any physical or geographical logic. Kenny Veach was an experienced hiker consumed by the harsh Mojave Desert. Frederick Valentich was a pilot who encountered something terrifying in the sky. But David's environment was just his own quiet living room.
This perspective is absolutely vital. It suggests the true mystery isn't just logistical. It's a profound collapse of mental integrity and societal protection. Was the pressure of that massive lawsuit so immense that it triggered a total psychological break? Or did the systems meant to uphold justice actively fail him, putting him directly in harm's way? So what does this all mean? I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to consider. Did David Glenn Lewis experience a catastrophic psychological break, or did the systems meant to protect him completely fail in the shadows? Whether David was fleeing a tangible threat or fighting an invisible psychological battle, his impossible journey remains one of the most haunting reminders of how little we truly know about the space between our everyday routines and the absolute unknown.